This is a reading of Gifts from the Gods, Ancient Words and Wisdom from Greek and Roman Mythology by Lise Lunge Larson. This chapter, called Fate. Fate, noun, the supposed force or power that predetermines events, a final result, outcome. Fate is like a strange, unpopular restaurant filled with odd waiters who bring you things you never asked for and don't always like. Lemony Snicket, The Slippery Slope. The Fates were three sisters. These immensely powerful goddesses determined the destiny of every human being. When a pregnant woman went into labor, the Fates watched and waited. As the time of birth drew closer, Clotho, the youngest, spun a thread on her distaff that symbolized the life of the new person. This thread of life was called the stamen, and Clotho spun many different kinds. Some stamen were made of fine linen, others were made of ordinary wool. Some were fragile and some were tough, some were soft and some were coarse. While Clotho spun, the middle sister, Lachesis, decided if the new baby's life would be good or bad, blessed with wealth or rife with poverty, orderly or chaotic. The older sister, Atropos, cut the thread of life with sharp scissors, determining how long a person would live. Sometimes Clotho spun a thread so sturdy that Atropos had a hard time cutting it. People with such a thread were said to have a strong stamina and were blessed with good health, all their days. Once the Fates had made up their minds about a human's destiny, it was impossible to change the outcome. But this didn't stop brides in the city of Athens from trying to influence the future. On their wedding day, many young women cut off their thick locks of their hair and offered them to the three mighty goddesses in the hopes that they would choose a favorable fate for their unborn child. This Greek belief that the three fates had power over much of our destiny is the reason we say it is fate when things happen that we cannot control. People who have a tremendous physical power and endurance seem to have a strong thread of life. That's why we say these people have great stamina. The thread of life also gave its name to the pollen-producing reproductive part of a flower called the stamen. The Romans named Atropos, the goddess who cut the thread of life, Morta. Her name means death, and the lives on immortal and mortality, words we use about things that one day will die. The gods who will never die are immortal.